To humans, it seems scandalous, but among her people, a female alien uncovering herself before a human is a sacred welcome. Mara Vance cranked the quarantine airlock wheel. Seals hissed. The door swung wide onto the docking ring. Sally of Tethra waited there, tall and poised. Her skin shimmered violet under the harsh lights, scaled faintly like polished armor. A loose ceremonial drape hung over her shoulders. Behind her, Baresh III clutched a glowing recorder slate, eyes darting. Mara stepped forward.
Welcome to Station Epsilon.
I'm Mara Vance, your liaison. Sally's four-fingered hand rose in greeting. Her voice hummed through the translator bud in Mara's ear. Engineer Vance, I honor the bridge we build. Doctor, Kenji Rao fidgeted beside Mara, adjusting his earpiece. Translation holding at 80%. Gestures are key. Commander Juno Hale loomed at the ring's edge with her security team. Rifles stayed low, but fingers twitched on triggers. Cameras whirred overhead. Sally nodded once. Her hands moved to the drape's clasp. Fabric whispered as she unfastened it. The covering slid free, pooling at her feet. She stood bare from the waist up. Her throat pulsed with bioluminescent markings, swirling azure patterns that brightened in sequence. Chest ridges aligned in perfect symmetry, rising with each breath. No shame colored her stance, only pride. Mara blinked. Heat flushed her cheeks. The markings glowed warmer now, aimed straight at her. Hale's voice cracked over comms. What the hell? Privacy screens. Now. That's an indecent provocation. Security surged forward, panels deployed from the walls with a whine half-blocking the view. Sally tilted her head. Markings dimmed slightly. Baresh III stepped closer, slate humming as it captured every angle. Mara threw up her hands. She planted herself between the team and Sally. Stand down, Commander. 5 minutes.
Let me interpret.
Hale's face hardened on Mara's helmet display. Vance, step aside. That's exposure on live feed. Protocol demands isolation. It's not what you think. Mara kept her voice steady. She faced Sally. Envoy. Explain the gesture, please. Rao tapped his tablet furiously. Markings match peace protocols from prelim scans. Throat-bearing signals trust. Vulnerability without weapons. Sayeli's gaze locked on Mara. She touched her throat lightly. The patterns flared again, sequencing like code. The unveiling offers protection. My marks bind me to your safety. No harm passes unmarked, kin. Mara nodded slowly. She says it's a vow. Her markings pledge defense, like swearing an oath with your whole body. Hale snorted. By stripping? On camera? Tell her to cover up before this hits EarthNet. Baresh III interjected, voice clipped through translation. Ceremony demands witnesses. Obscure it, and the bond fractures. Security paused. Screens hummed mid-deploy. Mara turned to Sally. Your people do this for first contact? Every time. Always. Sally's ridges flexed. Throat bare means life given freely. Chest aligns for shared rhythm. Yours beats fast now. Fear? Mara glanced down. Her heart hammered against her suit. Surprise. Humans signal peace with handshakes. Covered skin. Sally's eyes widened, golden slits dilating. You hide marks, yet build machines that pierce stars. Extraordinary restraint. Rao leaned in. She's impressed. Tethran's read pulse rates visually. Yours spiked, but you didn't retreat. Hale crossed her arms. Flattery won't cut it. Rao, confirm no biohazards in that gesture. Vance, get her covered or we quarantine solo. Mara ignored the order. She unclipped her own helmet. Cool ring air hit her face. Sally, may I? The envoy nodded. Mara stepped closer. Up close, the markings pulsed in sync with Sally's breaths. Warm glow chasing chill shadows across scaled skin. Mara extended a hand, palm up. Human offer. Touch if you accept. Sally hesitated, then her fingers brushed Mara's palm. Cool, firm. Markings brightened across both throats now, or so it seemed in the reflection. Baresh III's slate beeped approval. Bond initiated. Reciprocate? Hale barked. Vance. Commander, watch. Mara held steady. They're diplomats, not threats. This is their handshake. Sally mirrored the gesture. She pressed her palm to Mara's, ridges interlocking. A faint vibration hummed through. Pulse sinking. Rao whooped softly. Translator spiking. New lexicon downloading. Mark bond. Equals alliance oath. Security grumbled but held. Screens retracted halfway. Hale eyed the feed. Earth's watching. Make it quick, Vance. Prove it's not a scandal. Mara smiled faintly. Saeli, humans value privacy and vulnerability.
Can we adapt? Show marks through a frame? Saley's throat dimmed thoughtfully.
Frame preserves intent. Like this. Mara tapped her wristcom. A hollow grid flickered up, framing Saley's torso in neutral light. Markings glowed clear within. Barash 3 nodded. Ceremonial boundary met. Saley stepped into the frame. Pattern sequenced fully. Claiming Mara by name in glowing script. Vance marked. Protected. Warmth spread in Mara's chest. Not fear now. Connection. Hale exhaled. Fine. 5 minutes extended. But no more surprises. Rao grinned. Commander, this is gold. Real-time etiquette bridge. Mara kept her palm against Saeli's. Tell me more. How do your marks work? They attune. Siley tapped Mara's wrist. Your pulse teaches mine. Steady under shock. Humans endure. Mara chuckled. Engineers fix brakes. You offer shields. Good team. Varys 3 recorded steadily. Tethran proverb. Bare truth forges alloy. Hale waved her team back. All right. Screens down. But I'm logging this as cultural variance. Saeli retrieved her drape but left it open in the hollow frame. Variance strengthens. Vance, walk with me. Share your docs. Mara guided her forward. Boots clanged on grating. Saeli's bare markings cast faint blue glows on bulkheads. Rao trailed, muttering vocab updates. Throat sync. Eternal pact. Chest align. Heart bond. Hale shadowed them. Vance, you're on point. Don't screw first contact.
I won't.
Mara matched Saley's stride. Their palms brushed again, unplanned. Pulses hummed in tandem. At the observation deck, Saley halted. She pointed to the stars. Your void ships, fragile hulls, bold paths. Mara nodded. We patch them daily. You? Tethrans weave fields, but your hands mend steel. Admiration lit her eyes. Teach me one repair. Mara pulled a toolkit. Start here. Loose panel. Saley's fingers danced over screws. Precise. Unhesitant. Markings pulsed with focus. Hale watched. Rifle slung.
She's good.
Rao translated repairs. Words flowed smoother. Barash. 3 etched notes. Human curiosity outpaces shame. Minutes stretched. Laughter echoed. Mara's at Saley's grip strength. Saley's trill at human tools. Then alarms blared. Docking rings shuddered. Hale snapped alert. Debris field incoming. Shields nominal, but... Sally moved first. Her hand clamped Mara's shoulder. Markings blazed. Protected. A micrometeor pinged the hull. Mara yanked Saeli down. They rolled behind a console. Sparks flew. Rao ducked. Varesh 3 shielded the slate. Hale fired stabilizers. Vance. Status. All good. Mara popped up. Saley's arm stayed around her, throat bare and glowing fierce. The envoy's ridges heaved. Your reflex. Saved unmarked. Mara grinned through dust. Teamwork. Hale approached. That was too close. Envoy, your gesture held. Truce. Sali nodded. Truce marked. Rao beamed. Full translation lock. We're in sync. As calm returned, Siley leaned close. Her breath warmed Mara's ear. Private align later. Teach pulse deeper. Mara's heart skipped. Markings flared in response. I'd like that. Hale cleared her throat. Log off cameras. Diplomacy's private now. But the feed caught it. A human and Tethran. Palms linked, building trust one beat at a time. Deeper in the station, another airlock cycled. More ships inbound. First contact just got Mara gripped the access panel. The fingers danced across the controls. The sealed meeting bay hissed open. Siley stepped through first, ridges pulsing faint blue. Mara followed, slapping the override. Drones whirred overhead. Station eyes. She yanked the kill switch. Lights flickered. Private now, Mara said. She sealed the door, the bay locked with a thud. No feeds. No logs. Just them. Siley turned. Her envoy robes shimmered under the harsh lights. Line begins. She reached for the collar clasp. Fabric parted. Scales gleamed. Bare throat exposed. Markings swirled alive. Gold and violet. She clasped hands behind her back, elbows out, vulnerable stance, Tethran peace signal. Mara froze. Heart hammered, that throat. Unprotected, like offering a knife to the jugular. But Sally's eyes locked steady, trusting. Footsteps echoed outside. Commander Hale's voice crackled over comms. Vance, confirm isolation. Rouse patching translation now. Affirm, Mara replied. She peeled off her gloves. Thick engineer hides hit the deck. Tools clattered beside them. Wrench, scanner, multi-tool. Empty hands. Mirroring. No weapons. No armor. Siley's ridges flared brighter. Approval. Doctor. Rao's face popped on the bay screen. Rough patch live. Sacred welcome ritual, he announced. Words overlaid Saley's trill. Halting English. Nonviolence bare. Judge intent clean. The translator locked. One phrase cut crystal clear from Saeli's vents. I arrive unarmored. You may judge me. Mara swallowed. Judge. Heat crept up her neck. The pose. Hands bound back. Throat arched. Screamed intimacy to human eyes. Scandal if feeds leaked. But curiosity won. She stepped closer. Judged. Clean intent. Saeli's trill deepened. Human mirrors true. Rare. Alarms whooped soft. Distant. More ships docking. Hale's voice cut in. Vance envoy. Incoming Tethran delegation. 5 vessels. Protocol demands witness. Mara glanced at Sally. The alien nodded once. Witness share. Align public. No, Mara said. This stays ours first. She tapped the screen. Rao. Hale. Stand by. We're building etiquette here. Hale barked back. Negative. Security breach risk. That. Display reads wrong. Pull back. Saeli's hands unclasped. She reached. Fingertips brushed Mara's palm. Warm. Calloused from rights unknown.
Human protects private.
Honor. Doctor. Rao leaned into frame.
Commander, it's ceremonial.
Tethran's signal alliance through vulnerability. Throat bared means, I trust your strike not. Hands back. No fight. Hale paused. Vance, your call. But if it escalates? Won't.
Mara, linked, palm. Sally's grip crushed, gentle power.
Marking synced. Violet threading Mara's skin faint. Glow transferred. Show me more. Bearish 3 slipped through a side hatch. The aide slate hummed. Record permits. Ceremonial bound. Sally guided Mara center bay. Pulse teach. She pressed Mara's hand to her chest ridge. Heartbeat thrummed. Double rhythm. Fast. Feel a line. Mara's pulse raced match. Human normal. Alien extraordinary. Like station engines. Sinker boom. Saeli trilled laughter. Scales quivered. Human humbles power. We bear slow. You strip tools instant. Door pounded. Hale overrode. Burst in. Rifle low. Debris cleared. Delegation hails. Envoy. Your ship's demand formal. Saeli's throat glowed fierce. Formal waits. This human first marked. She held Mara's hand high. Witness. Hale's eyes widened. Rifle dipped. Vance, explain. Mara straightened. Cultural bridge. She's unarmored. Trusts us. We mirror. No drones. No gear. Rao's patch calls it sacred welcome. Doctor. Rao patched through. Confirmed. Tethran archives match. Vulnerability trades trust. Humans. We shame bare skin. They shamed hidden threat. Baresh. 3 etched fast. Human curiosity shames none. Notes. Engineer leads. Siley nodded. Mara Vance. Pulse strong. Teach tool strike? Mara grinned. Grabbed her wrench. Here. She flipped it. Handle out. Grip like this. Turn tighten bolt. Sally's claws wrapped. She twisted air. Metal groaned. Imaginary. Power yields.
Exactly. Mara demoed on bay panel.
Bolt spun smooth. Your turn. Saeli mimicked. Perfect torque. Panel sealed tighter. Human craft bind stars. Hale lowered weapon full. Okay. Impressive. But delegation inbound. Protocol. Saeli interrupted. Translator smooth now. Protocol bends. This one saved unmarked and strike. She tapped Mara's shoulder. Meteor scar fresh. Protected first. Hale eyed the mark. Teamwork, yeah. Rifle slung. Rail log as cultural exchange. No scandals. Doctor. Rao chuckled. Already framing. Trust through tools. Bay shuddered. New airlocks cycled. Voices echoed halls. Tethran trills mixed human shouts. Mara pulled Saley aside. More of you coming. Scared? Sally bared throat again. Hands back. Unarmored still. You judge? Mara matched pose. Glove stayed off. Clean. Pulse leaped. Glow answered. Bearish slate beeped. Delegation requests envoy. Human liaison escort? Hale stepped up. Vance goes.
Hail security.
Rao translates live. Linked walk. They moved as unit. Mara led. Saley's warmth anchored. Hulls buzzed. Crew gawked. Tethran ships loomed view screens, elegant spines aglow. First delegation hatch cracked. More envoys spilled. Robed. Ridges dim. They halted. Stared at linked hands. Throats unmarked. Saley's trill cut sharp. First mark binds. Mara Vance protects. Envoys murmured. One stepped forward. Male ridges. Deep violet. Human bears tools. Align? Mara nodded. Held up empty hands. Unarmored. Rao's voice fed earpiece. They're stunned. Humans adapt ritual instant. Tethran's train cycles. Hale flanked tight. Eyes open. No assumptions. Crowd parted. Main envoy bowed throat. Welcome, Judge. Mara echoed. Throat out. No shame. Judge clean. Trills rose chorus. Markings flared station-wide. Glow chains linked. But one human crewman whispered loud.
That's indecent. Bog it.
Hale snapped. Stand down. Cultural. Or court-martial. Mara caught Sayoli's eye. Grin shared. Curiosity won. Deeper docks. Engines hummed hot. Tethran tech interfaced human grids. Sparks flew. Good kind. Saley leaned in. Private align deeper?
Station core?
Mara's skin tingled violet.
After delegation.
Show you engines. Sayoli's claws traced light. Trust builds. Hale cleared path. Move. First contact fleets here. Varus 3 etched frenzy. Human shames not bare. Extraordinary. Delegation surged forward. Hands offered, palms up, throats ready. Mara met first. Grip firm. Pulse sync. One envoy gripped too hard. Mara countered. Engineer's pinch. He trilled shock. Strength hides humble. Sayeli laughed. Told. Human normal extraordinary. Rao patched excited. Vocabulary exploding. Pulse deep. Means soul bond. Hale muttered. As long as no scandals. Mara ignored. Focused Saley's glow. Shared etiquette formed. Beat by beat. Docks filled. Ships nested seamless. Tethran engineers eyed human bays. Interface. Mara waved wrench. Together. They dove in. Claws met tools. Sparks danced. Grids hummed alive. Sayeli stayed close. You lead unmarked. Team. Mara torqued final bolt. Station purred perfect. Alarms silenced. Feeds relit. Clean logs only. Hale nodded. Held. Good work, Vance. Saley pressed close. Breath warm.
Now private. Pulse teach full.
Mara's heart double-thrummed. Bay 2. Drones off. They slipped away. Door sealed. Hands linked. Trust bare. Outside. Fleets merged. First contact deepened. No shame. All curiosity. But in Core A, klaxon blared. Coolant sprayed across Bay 2's deck in a hissing arc. Mara yanked her hand from Saley's grip. Alarms flashed red. Pressure dropping. Lockdown initiating. Seal it! Mara shouted. She lunged for her toolkit. Bolted to the wall. Saley crouched low. Claws splayed for balance. Bulkheads groaned. The bay door slammed shut with a hydraulic thud. Timers ticked on the panel. 90 seconds. To full containment. Beyond the door, Hale's voice barked over comms. Vance! Report! Tethran delegation locked in. Possible breach. Mara ripped open the kit. Clamp. Tape. Sealant foam. The rupture spewed from a Tethran human interface joint. Fresh weld, stressed by the new grid sync. Sparks danced in the mist. Her boots slipped on slick metal. Saley moved first. She knelt in the spray, full view of the security cams. Her outer covering parted wide. Chest bare, arms spread. Violet skin gleamed under lights. No weapons. No threat. Tethran piece right, raw vulnerability. Mara froze a beat, then clamped the line. Foam hissed out, bubbling white. Hold still. Tape wrap tight. 3 layers, engineer's knot. Comms exploded. Hail. What the hell is that? Rao. Translate. Now. Rao stammered. It's their greeting protocol. Ritual bearing. Trust signal. Scandal! Varesh 3's voice cut in from the outer dock. Humans shame the right. Cover her. Saley's eyes locked on Mara. Calm. Claws flexed open. Fix. I guard. Mara torqued the clamp. Pressure gauge climbed. 40%. 60%. 30 seconds left. She slapped the override panel. Bay door hissed open just as Hale's team stacked for breach. Coolant mist cleared. Saley rose slow. Covering still parted. Hale burst in, rifle low. Her squad fanned out, eyes wide. Stand down! Mara wiped her hands on her jumpsuit. Leak, sealed. No breach. Hale's gaze snapped to Sayali. Cover up. That's an order, for protocol. Saley tilted her head. Claws traced her own skin. Deliberate, piece bare. Human fix honors. Rao pushed through, tablet glowing. Commander, it's sacred. They kneel open to prove no hidden arms. Vulnerability builds pact. Bodish. 3 etched furiously on his recorder slate. Human ignores shame. Repairs under right. Logs extraordinary.
Hale's jaw tightened. This looks like...
Like first contact. Mara cut in. She stepped between them. Toolkit slung. Station stable. Grids humming.
Let's not blow it on modesty.
Siley's breath warmed Mara's neck. Close. Protective. She leads. Pulse deep. Hale holstered her sidearm. Fine. But no more. Displays. Delegations in the core now. Fleets docking full. Mara nodded. She grabbed Saley's wrist. Gentle squeeze. Shared grip from earlier. Trust beat. They moved out. Docks buzzed. Tethran ships nested seamless against human bays. Engineers from both sides clustered at interfaces. Claws on wrenches. Sparks flying. One Tethran waved Mara over. Grid pulse weak.
Human align?
Mara knelt beside him.
Overload here.
She traced the line. Your coolant mixes ours. Needs buffer. His eyes widened. Trilled low. Human sees deep. Normal sight extraordinary. Saley stayed at Mara's side. Covering draped loose now. Etiquette bending. Teach buffer. Mara pulled a spare regulator. Clamped this inline. Torque to 80 psi. Claws met her gloved hands. They worked. Sync. Snip. Seal. Test. Grid hummed alive. Varesh 3 hovered. Record. Human touch bare right without flinch. No shame recoils. Rao patched translations live. Buffer translates to trust weave. Vocabulary shifts. Hale watched from the overlook. Arms crossed. They're integrating faster than protocols. Vance, you're on point. Mara straightened. Sweat beaded her brow. Saley's gaze lingered. Warm violet glow. Core next. Private align. Not private, Hale snapped. Full team. Saley's claws brushed Mara's arm. Light. Team weaves. They plunged deeper. Station core thrummed hot. Tethran tech interfaced human grids full scale. Cables snaked thick, pulsing energy. A low groan echoed. Lights flickered. Another? Mara bolted forward. Panel sparked. Junction box arcing. Saley knelt instant, covering open wide. Right renewed. Guard fix. Hale's team piled in. Weapons hot. Scan her. Stand down. Mara yanked the box cover. Wires fused. It's a surge. Their fleet draw overloads our relays. Rao. Translated frantic. She offers protection. Kneeling bear. Highest envoy vow. Barej. 3 etched. Humans argue shame while station dies. Engineer ignores. Mara stripped wires. Bare hands. Sparks bit her skin. She bridged the gap. Jumper cable. Twist. Tape. Surge stabilized. Lights steadied. Core purred. Siley rose. Pressed close.
You bare hands. Extraordinary normal.
Ale exhaled. Damn. Good call, Vance. Delegation murmured. One envoy gripped Mara's forearm. Pulse sank. Strength humble. Teach more. Mara grinned. Engines next. Show you the drives. They flowed as unit. docks to core to bays. Tethrans marveled at human toolkits. Simple, adaptive. Humans eyed Tethran claws. Precise, unerring. Sayali leaned in during a lull.
Private now?
Pulse teachful. Mara's skin tingled under violet gaze. After fleet sank, Bay 4. Drones off. Hale cleared throat. Monitored. Agreed, Sayali said. Claws traced light pattern on Mara's palm. Etiquette builds, beat by beat. Verej 3 nodded. No shame fractures. Trust weaves. Fleet feeds. Lit up. Ships locked seamless. Grids sang. But a new alarm pinged. Distant bay. Pressure drop. Mara grabbed Kit. Again? Sayali knelt ready, covering parted. Hale sighed. Go. I'll handle modesty briefings. Mara dashed. Sayali matched stride. Hands linked mid-run. Sparks ahead. Good kind. In the failing bay, Tethran engineers froze. Human crew argued protocol. Mara dove in. Clamp out. Together. Claws mat tape. Right bare. Fix sealed. Applause rippled, trills and claps. Human normal extraordinary. Sayali pressed warm. Deeper now. Core private. Mara nodded. Heart thrummed double. Door sealed behind. Drones dark. Hands explored. Trust bare. No shame. Curiosity pulsed. Outside, Hale watched feeds. Rao grinned. Vocabulary. Soul sync now means forever bond. Viresh, 3 etched final. First contact. Shane yields to weave. But core logs glitched. Hidden surge built. Fleet draw too deep. Mara felt it first. Station shiver. Sayali's claws tightened. Fixed together? Always. They emerged. Team waited. Collaboration won. Deep in engines grids awaited. Pulse deep lessons. No arguments left. Station breathed alive. Bonds forged hotter than any leak. A final ping. Fleet core interface. Overload imminent. Mara torqued wrench. Sayali guarded bare. Lead, human, humble. Alien awed. Trust sealed. But the surge whispered bigger. Hull stress. First contact tested true. Mara slammed the access panel shut. Sparks died. The station's core hummed steady again. Sayali's claws grazed her wrist. Light. Affirming. Ol holds. Your torque saves weave. Applause echoed from the observation deck. Human claps mixed Tethran trills. Dr. Rao waved from the viewport. Soul sync confirmed. Translators holding at 92%. Commander Hale strode forward, helmet underarm. Her eyes flicked to their linked hands. Vance! Debrief! Now. And... unlink. Mara squeezed Sayali's fingers once. Released. Commander. Surge fixed. Tethran grid sync prevented breach. Hale nodded curt. Good, but protocol next. Formal greeting chamber. Envoys inbound. Full team. No exceptions. Sayali's frills quivered. Varesh, 3 etched furiously on his slate. Core right awaits. Witness bare. Peace seals. Mara caught the shift. Rouse pad pinged. New translation. Uncovering ritual. Vulnerability offered. Trust demanded. Hale's jaw tightened. Negative. We suit up. Helmets on. Distance maintained. Sayali tilted her head. Claws flexed. Human shell. Blocks soul sync. Tension coiled. Mara stepped between. Commander, let me handle first contact liaison. I've synced with their engineers. Trust builds action first. Hale eyed her. Risk assessment says no. That bear right? Scans show full dermal exposure, indecent by fleet regs. Rao chimed in. Culturally sacred, Commander. Like our handshakes, but deeper. Rejection insults. Varish, 3 trilled sharp. Shame blocks weave. Mara raised palms. We adapt, on the spot. No shame. Hale exhaled. 5 minutes. Chamber prep. Security screens up. They filed into the greeting chamber. Airlocks hissed. Neutral zone. Dim lit. Hexagonal. Tethran weave patterns glowing on walls. Central dais rose. Screens partitioned corners. Human modesty shields. Sayali entered opposite. Her envoy robes shimmered, frills erect. Varesh 3 flanked, slate ready. 2 more Tethrons trailed, aids claws polished. Human side, Hale front security flank. Rao beside Mara. Helmets clipped, but visors up. Saley halted at dais edge. Claws spread wide. Peace right. Witness offer. Her robes parted at shoulders. Fabric whispered down. Scales gleamed. Iridescent blue. Unmarred. Chest plates shifted, revealing softer ventral plating. Vulnerable slits pulsed faint light. Gasps rippled human line. Hale barked. Shields up. Eyes down. Security surged forward, rifles half raised. Rao fumbled pad. Wait, it's formal! Mara lunged, grabbed Hale's arm. Stand down! Now, Hale spun. Vance, trust me. Mara met her gaze. Hard. Reposition. Behind screens. Protocol bends or contact snaps. Hale paused, weighing. Nodded curt. Team. Screens. Observe only. Security shuffled back. Grumbles faded behind partitions. Mara turned to Saley, heart hammered. Alien form held still. Poised, not seductive. Ritual, pure. Saeli's vents hissed soft. Human ready. Signal clear. Mara nodded. Thought fast. Hand signals. Universal. She raised right hand. Thumb up. Yes. Then palm flat. No. Saeli's frills flared bright. Mimicked perfect. Thumb. Palm. Yes. No. Weave consent. Varus 3 etched. New right born. Mara stepped forward. Sole human on dais. Yes.
Firm. Saley's claws clicked approval.
Robes fell full. Entire form bared. Scales from crest to tail tip. Slits glowed rhythmically. No shame. Power in exposure. Mara swallowed. Curiosity won. She extended hand. Palm up. My turn? Partial. Saley trilled low. Claws hovered. Human shell sheds? Mara unclipped helmet. Set aside. Unzipped jumpsuit to waist. Shoulders bare. Skin flushed under lights. Yes. Witness me. Saley's vents widened. Claws traced air near Mara's arm. Not touch. Admire. Human texture. Extraordinary. No plates. Soft guard. Applause trilled from Tethran's side. Rao whispered from screen. Vocabulary spike. Soft brave trending. Dale's voice crackled comms. Status Vance. Sinking. Mara smiled faint. Watch. Saley knelt slow. Offered ventral clasp. Golden weave pulsing warm. Safe witness. You guard my bear. I yours. Mara took it. Metal hummed against palm. Clicked to her jumpsuit collar. Fit perfect. Accepted. Safe witness. They rose together. Hands linked. Claws to fingers. No pull. Equal. Virus 3 bowed. Right sealed. Mara Vance. Core envoy. Tethran aides pressed forward. Offered data slates. Fleet grids. Share surge fix. Mara scanned. Human tech meshed seamless. Commander. Full collab. Their Y-grid stabilize our Z-cores. Hale emerged from screen. Visor up. Nodded respect. Approved. But etiquette doc. Now. Rao grinned. Typed. Furious. Yes, no signals cannon. Interspecies consent. First. Saley pressed close. Frills brushed Mara's cheek. Warm. Dry. Deeper weave. Private core? Mara's pulse jumped. Thumb up. Yes. They turned. Aides and team parted. Airlock to private bay beckoned. But panels flickered. Hull stress alarm whooped. Low. Building. Saeli's claws tightened. Surge returns. Bigger. Mara grabbed Kit. Together. Lead with bare trust.
Ale barked orders.
Full teams. But Vance Point. They dashed. Hands linked. Screens forgotten. New etiquette pulsed alive. In the surge bay, Tethran engineers waited. Bare-chested. Tools ready. Human crew hesitated at threshold. Mara signaled thumb up. Yes. In. Crew followed. Rao translated live, soft brave leads. Saley directed claws precise. Vance torque.
I shield vents. Mara wrenched panel.
Plasma hissed. Saeli's body blocked spray. Scales steamed but held. Extraordinary. Tethran lead trilled. Human endures bare. Hale covered flank. Rifle scanned. Clear, but why expose? Virish. 3 etched. Shame yields weave. Fix locked. Surge died. Station side relief. Saley turned to Mara. Clasp glowed shared. Soul sync deepens. Fleet awaits full merge. Mara wiped brow. Skin still bare to waist. No chill. Warmth from Saley's nearness. Protocol update. Bare optional. Consent first. Rao whooped. HFY logs. Humans invent alien romance rules. Hale holstered. Eyed clasp. Your point now, Vance. Don't glitch. Mara nodded. Saley's tail curled near her leg, protective. Trust etched deeper than any grid. But deep scans pinged. Fleet core whispered anomaly. Not surge. Signal. Incoming weave. Saley's frills spiked alert. Mothership calls.
Right final?
Mara thumbed yes. Heart raced. Bigger bond loomed. Alarms blared through Mara's comm. Breach in protocol feeds clip viral. She slammed her kit shut in the surge bay. Saley's tail flicked close, frills quivering. Tethran engineers sealed panels, their bare torsos gleaming under repair lights. Mara tapped her wrist display. Station-wide chatter exploded. A grainy vid looped Saley's ritual uncloaking from the first docking, scales parting like silk, frills blooming in formal peace offer. No context, just her envoy form exposed, claws extended toward the human team. Oh, scandal, scrolled the feeds. Alien indecent proposal? Quarantine now. Mara's gut twisted. That was their greeting. Vulnerability first, trust sealed bare. Humans had matched it mid-surge. Now panic ripped it apart. Saley leaned in, voice modulator humming. Shared bear shames them? Not shame, fear. Mara gripped her arm. Warm scales pulsed under her palm. We fix this. Stay here, comm crackled. Vance, command deck, now. Hale. Mara dashed through corridors. Crew gawked at her still bare midriff. Surge grit streaked her skin. Whispers chased. She's with it. Fraternizing. Deck doors hissed open. Commander Hale paced. Face thunder. Dr. Rao hunched over hollow screens tracing data streams. Varish 3 stood rigid in the corner, etching pad glowing. Clips everywhere. Hale snapped. Some idiot leaked docking footage. Out of context, it looks like... Assault. Panic reports flooding Earth relay. I'm ordering isolation. Saley confined. Full reset on contact protocols. No more bare trust nonsense. Rao glanced up. Commander, it's Tethran Sacrament. Ritual vulnerability. Save it, Doc. Optics first. Fleet's en route. One wrong vid tank's first contact. Mara stepped forward. No. That's the leak talking. I was there. We trace it. Kill the source. Hale eyed her. Your point now, Vance, but this overruns your engineer lane. Trace starts with metadata. Mara synced her wrist to the main console. Fingers flew. Timestamp. Docking hour 1. Source IP bounced through vents. Masked as maintenance ping. Got it. Sublevel 7. Terminal 42B. Idle drone feed. Hale's jaw tightened. Security team. I'll handle. Mara bolted before orders landed. Saley's trust burned in her veins. No time for chains of command. Sublevel 7 hummed with forgotten pipes. Mara patched into 42B. User log. Anonymous. But heat sig lingered. Fresh. She yanked the panel. Inside, a jury-rigged relay blinked. Civilian model stamped with Doc Rat serials. Footsteps echoed. A tech in grease-smeared jumpsuit froze. Vance? Routine check. Liar. Mara pinned the vid origin. You piped Saley's greet to public feeds. Why? Tech's eyes darted. Looked wrong. Alien strips. Claws out. Crew's freaking. Had to warn him. Context? Mara loomed. That's their piece, right? You turned sacred into smut. Undo it. He slumped. Can't. Already viral. Station votes calling for scrub. Mara zip-tied his wrists to the pipe. You sit. I report. She keyed Hale direct. Source nabbed. Doc Rat panicked. Full log incoming. Hale's voice growled back. Good, but isolation stands. Bring Saley data. No. Mara climbed back to command. Saley's aide, Varish 3, waited at the lift. Pad clutched. Emissary requests join. Deck breathing chamber buzzed. Hale stood at head, Rao beside. Maris 3 trailing. Sally entered last. Cloaked now, but frills alert. Crew tensed at her scales. Clips poison, Hale said. Joint statement. Regret the exposure. Pause rights till cleared. Mara slammed her pad down. Alo projected full docking sequence. Sayali's uncloaking synced with Tethran lore Rao had cracked. Frills signal. I shield you first. Human reciprocals mid-surge. This is context. Not scandal. Isolate her. You break the weave we just forged. Sayali stepped forward. Modulator purred precise. Tethra offer Bearheart. Humans match. Trust blooms. Shane your veil. Rao translated nuance live. Veil means deception. She's saying our cover-up shames the bond. Hale crossed arms. Bond? Bance, you're half naked from that stunt. Optics lose wars. Mara stripped her vest fully, tossed it aside. Skin prickled in the chill air, but she held Sayali's gaze. Scales shimmered response. Frills half blooming. We go bare again. Joint feed, now. Show the station. Curiosity over fear. Crew gasped. Rao whooped softly. Varesh 3 edged furious. Hale's eyes narrowed. Insane. But your call saved the surge. 5 minutes, make it count. Mara nodded to Sayali. They faced the main holocam. Station feed patched live views, spiked to thousands. Sayali spoke first. Claws extended slow, deliberate. Tethra greet. Bear trust.
I yield, guard. You yield fear.
Mara matched, arms wide. Human echo, we see you. No shame in truth. Sayali's tail curled near Mara's ankle. Anchor, shared right. Surge proved. Fleet weaves next. Rao overlaid subtitles, ritual diagrams, surge fix clips. Comments flipped. Whoa, that's deep. HFY bareback heroes, panic ebbed. Hale watched feeds, views holding, vote shifting. Damn it, Vance. Statement locked. Cultural bridge live. Trust first. Protocol evolves. Sayali clasped Mara's hand. Scales warmed human skin. Soul sync holds. Mara squeezed back. Warmth spread. No chill now. Shared pulse. But deep scans pinged harder. Anomaly sharpened. Not surge echo. Tight beam signal from Boyd. Tethron weave incoming.
Verishau. Etched urgent. Mother clutch signals.
Final right. Merge bear. Hale's comm lit. Fleet contact. Multiple signatures. Docking vector hot. Sayali's frills spiked full. Claws tightened on Mara. You lead, soft brave? Mara's heart hammered. Station trembled faint. Bigger bear loomed. Fleet scale. Always. She thumbed yes. Trust, etched, eternal. But what merged next? Alarms shrieked through the corridor. Red strobes flashed. Micrometeor swarm inbound. Evacuate outer docks. Airlocks now. Mara's hand slipped from Sayali's claws. Hull groaned under impacts. Tiny rocks punched metal like bullets. She grabbed the nearest bulkhead rail. Hale! Teams to interlock! Move. Commander Hale barked orders. Security. Heard 'em. Rao. Barish. Stay tight. Dr. Rao hustled past. Tablet clutched. Barej. 3 etched rapid glyphs on their forearm pad. Frills quivering. Sayali pulled Mara toward the airlock hatch. Her tail coiled protectively around Mara's calf. Debris pinged off the outer hull. Closer now. Sparks flew from a panel. They reached the inner lock. Mara slapped the cycle button. Nothing. Actuators whined. Stuck. Jam! Meteor shredded the gears. Outer door buckled inward. Pressure seals hissed warning. Hale skidded up. Vance, override it. 30 seconds or we bent. Mara dropped to her knees. Pry bar from her belt kit. No time for words. She pointed at the manual crank wheel. Rusted override. Gestured crank left. Sayali nodded. Claws locked on the wheel. They heaved together. Muscles strained. Sayali's scales rasp against Mara's sleeve. Wheel budged an inch. Pings turned to thuds. A rock the size of a fist cratered the viewport glass. Cracks spider-webbed. Mara wedged the pry bar into the actuator housing. Twisted hard. Gears ground free. Debris tumbled out. Got it. Crank faster. Sayali leaned in. Her body curved forward, broad shoulders and frilled back forming a shield. Debris ricocheted off her armored hide. One shard grazed Mara's knuckles. Blood welled. Sayali didn't flinch. Her tail tightened, steadying Mara. Mara ignored the sting, yanked wiring from the panel, emergency power line, bypassed the fried actuators. She stripped insulation with teeth, twisted red to red, black to black. Sparks bit her fingers. Power! The inner door groaned open. Safe corridor lights beckoned. Inside. Go. Hale shoved Rao and Varesh through. Security team piled in. Saley scooped Mara under one arm. Leapt last. Door slammed shut. Clangs faded behind thick bulkhead. Mara slumped against the wall, breath ragged. That worked. She flexed her bleeding hand. Siley's scales had blocked worse. Siley released her slow. Claws traced Mara's knuckles. Gentle. Inspecting. Soft, brave hands. Shield repaid. Her frills pulsed soft blue. No translator needed. Hale keyed comms. All clear, scans. Station AI chimed. Swarm passed. Hull integrity 90 to 8%. Fleet signatures adjusting vector. Docking in 5. Rao panted, checking feeds. Tethron ships. 3 cruisers. No hostiles. Bearish 3 etched approval. Emissary preserved. Right continues. Mara met Siley's gaze. Those vertical pupils dilated wide. Trust etched deeper. No words. Just shared breath. Hale eyed them. Vance, you two synced, like you'd trained. What was that body block? Cultural, Mara said. She shielded. I fixed. Teamwork. Saley's tail brushed Mara's boot again. Anchor. Tethraway. Bear guard yield strength. Station trembled anew. Docking clamps engaging. Hollow screens lit with fleet outlines. Massive weaves of scale-armored hulls. Frills glowing in formation. They're here, Rao whispered. Final right incoming. Varesh. 3 stiffened. Mother clutch demands merge bare. Full envoys. No barriers. Hale's jaw set. Define merge bare. No scandals on my watch. Siley stepped forward. Claws extended deliberate. Peace seal. Bodies yield. Claws to skin. Trust pulse shared. She mimed, arms wide, tail curling invite. Rao tapped his tablet. Subtitle scrolled. Ritual diagrams. Vulnerability exchange. Tethrin's bared understales offered protection oaths. Hale crossed arms. Looks intimate. Station brass watching. One misstep. Mara cut in. We just cranked a lock under fire. No missteps. She faced Saley. Arms out, palms up. Echoing the right. Show us. Lead. Siley's frills flared joy. She clasped Mara's forearms. Scales warmed. Pulse synced. Steady thrum. Soft brave leads too. Varesh. 3 opened a case. Ritual oils gleamed. Envoys prepare. Humans mirror. Rao leaned in. It's like a handshake, but total. Their undersides are nerve-rich. Trust detectors. Hale exhaled. 5 minutes to full dock. Make it protocol-proof. Airlock beyond hissed. First Tethran ramp extended. Figures in envoy robes, frills erect, claws sheathed. Siley guided Mara to the deck center. Kneel equal. They dropped together. Mara bared forearms. Saley peeled back her robe's underscale panel. Pale, quivering flesh exposed. Vulnerable. Claws touched skin. Oils slicked contact. Warmth flooded Mara's veins. Pulse matched human heart to Tethran thrum. Gasps from security. Rao's tablet beeped. Bond confirmed. 98% sync. More envoys entered. Mirrored the right. Hale hesitated, then knelt with his second. Rao followed. Bearish 3 etched the weave. Fleet commander loomed. Siley's kin. Frills massive. Merge holds. Humans bear true. Mara rose, hand still locked in Siley's. Welcome. Station's yours. Hale's comm buzzed. Earth Central. Views exploding. Bear trust. Trending. Protocol update. Adopt Tethran rights. Saley squeezed. Tail looped Mara's waist. Loose. Warm. Soul sync eternal. Fleet weaves with soft braves. Corridor filled with envoys. Station hummed alive. But Mara's scanner pinged private. Deep scan anomaly shifted. Not meteor. Biosignature. Inside the fleet ship, Siley's frills twitched. Clutch gift? Or shadow? Mara's grip tightened. Trust tested anew. We check, together. Docking booms locked full. What hid in the weave? Mara's scanner chirped again. She squeezed Sally's hand tighter. Council chamber. Now, we formalize this before Hale's team panics. Saili nodded, frills rippling in agreement. Her tail uncoiled from Mara's waist with a soft rasp. Yes. Right before all. Trust weaves public. They strode down the corridor, envoys trailing. Station crew parted, eyes wide, whispers buzzing. Mara tapped her comm. Hale, Rao Varus 3, chamber in 2. Mixed council. Saeli's leading the welcome. Hale's voice crackled. Vance, that last display nearly blew protocol. Security's on edge. Edge jumps to alliance. Mara shot back. Or we lose them. Boots echoed. They burst into the chamber. Oval table gleamed under lights. Human chairs flanked alien perches, low, padded for tails. Rao hunched over his tablet, fingers flying. Commander Hale stood rigid, arms crossed. Bearish 3 hovered at Sally's side, stylus etching air. Mara waved them in. Seats. Sally, you're right. Controlled witnesses only. No vids. Sally's eyes gleamed, deep violet, pupils dilating. Controlled honors truth. I uncover for you first, Mara Vance. Mark protection. Hale stiffened. Uncover? Like the airlock? Rao glanced up. 98% sync already. This binds fleets. Mara met Hale's gaze. Trust me. I felt it. Veins lit up. Their nerve flesh reads lies like we read vitals. Their edge. 3 chittered, translating via Rao's bridge. Witnesses kneel equal. No shame in bare trust. Hale exhaled. Sat. Rao knelt beside him. Mara dropped to the deck center, knees firm on cool metal. Sally knelt opposite, robe whispering. Envoys mirrored at edges. 6 total, frills erect. Sally spoke first, voice resonant. Tethrin welcome. Vulnerability offered. Protection claimed. Her claws clicked. Robe parted at the chest panel. Underscale peeled back slow. Pale flesh quivered, nerve-rich and slick. Warmth radiated. She lifted the ceremonial clasp. Silver weave, etched with thrums. Mara's pulse quickened. Air thickened with alien oils. Citrus sharp calming. Sally's claws hovered. May I mark? Consent. Mara nodded. Yes, bind us. Claws pressed, clasp snapped onto Mara's forearm. Cool metal warmed instant. Oils seeped. Mara's skin tingled, veins pulsing in sync. Sally's thrum matched. Deep bass under her ribs. Gasps rippled. Ale leaned forward. Rao's tablet beeped. Synced at 99. Mutual. Awa Sally rose halfway, frills flaring triumph. Protection sealed. Mara Vance shields Tethra. Tethra shields Vance line. Mara stood, clasp glinting. Her turn. Humans gawked. She shrugged off her jacket. Engineer's gray, patched from dock repairs. Human equivalent. Not ritual. Choice. She draped it over Sally's shoulders. Fabric settled loose, hiding the underscale. Shared warmth. My trust. Your cover. We adapt. Sally's claws traced the collar. Tail flicked joy. Choice symbol. Worn equal. She pulled it tight, oil scenting the lining. Bearish furiously. New weave, jacket over clasp. Hybrid right. Hale, pushed to his feet. That's workable. He pulled a charter slate from his belt. Bilateral contact. Doc, blinking red for approval. New protocol. Consent verbal. Privacy screens for rights. No scans without pair sync. Rao nodded. Translates clean. Tethrin bare trust as human opt-in bond. Saili tilted her head. Sign, Commander Hale. Weaves hold. Hale's stylus hovered. Eyes flicked to Mara. Clasp shining on her arm. He pressed thumb and stylus. Green lit. Signed. First contact charter. Tethran rights adopted. Cheers erupted. Human whoops. Tethran thrums. Envoys rose. Clasps clinking as they paired with Rao. Hale second. Varus 3 sealed the etchstone. Mara grinned. Jacket loose on Sally's frame. Welcome official. Stations open. But her scanner buzzed private. Anomaly sharpened biosignature pulsing from Sally's lead ship. Not meteor. Moving. Sally's frills twitched. She caught the ping on her own band. Clutch gift stirs. Or shadow breaches weave. Hale's comm barked. Earth central. Bear trust. Right viral. billions watching. Hold the line. Mara gripped the clasp. Council's done. We investigate. You and me first. Siale's tail looped Mara's ankle, light anchor. Together, trust tests shadow. They moved as one, council scattering to posts. Corridor lights hummed brighter. Docking arms groaned under fleet weight. Mara led to the outer lock, tools clipped ready. Siale's claws clicked beside. Deck plates vibrated, bioping spiked. Close now, in the hold. Varish 3, Siale called. Seal records. Alert kin commander. Aide nodded, stylus pausing. Weave documents all. Hale caught up. Sidearm holstered loose. Security tails. No risks. Rao trailed, bridge pad glowing.
Signatures, humanoid?
Wait. Hybrid. Lock hissed open. Tethran ship loomed. Curves iridescent. Ramps extended. Mara stepped aboard first, scanner high. Air shifted. Humid. Spiced. Corridors branched. Walls pulsing faint light. Siale's voice dropped. Clutch chamber ahead. Sacred hold. They turned. Door irised. Soft glow spilled. Inside. Nest of weaves. Eggs. No. Cradles hummed. One stirred. Figure uncurled. Small. Scaled like Siale but softer. Frills tiny. Eyes wide. Claws clutched a human toy. No patch jacket scrap, like Mara's. Siale's thrum hitched. Lost clutching. From Probrek. Years adrift. Child alien blinked up. Reached for Mara. Oils slicked tiny claws. Mara knelt slow. Hey, little one. Safe now. Scan cleared. Pure Tethron. Bonded faint to human debris. Rao whispered. Probe signal synced. Ours. It survived on our trash. Siale's tail wrapped the clutching gentle. Shadow fled. Gift emerged. She met Mara's eyes. Your soft brave ways nursed kin through void. Hale lowered his weapon. Hybrid survivor. Proof we mesh. Fleet commander loomed at door. Frills massive. Weave expands. Human ingenuity cradles Tethra future. Mara lifted the child into Sali's arms. Jacket scrap dangled. Our rights just saved more than contact. Clutchling's claws touched Mara's clasp. Sync beeped. Perfect. But outer sensors wailed. Incoming hail. Not Tethron. Pirate signature. Blocking the lane. Siale's frills flared battle ready. Shadow returns. Full weave now. Mara sealed her jacket over the clasp. Protocol holds. We fight as one. Docking claxes broke.